Hey everyone, and welcome to your morning Pilates workout. So I've designed this session that we start off really nice and slow, opening up through the body, and then as we go through, we will start to build on that strength, and hopefully you leave feeling really nice and energized. So whenever you're ready, meet me in the middle of your mat, and we will get started. So flipping onto your glutes, coming into a seated position. Feet are on the mat, knees are at a 90-degree angle. I want you to place your hands behind the backs of your legs, so holding onto the back of your thighs, elbows nice and wide, really lengthening through the crown of your head. Sit bones are planted down into the mat. I want you to take an inhale to prepare. And then as you exhale, you're going to rock off your sit bones. You're going to start to curve through your spine, holding onto the back of the legs, rounding through the back. And then inhale, slowly come back up to seated. Again, exhale, rock off those sit bones, coming into your C curve. And then inhale, coming back up. Last one, so exhale, rounding off the spine, coming off of those sit bones, and then slowly coming all the way back up. From here, we're going to go again, so you're going to rock off those sit bones, coming into your C curve, but this time you're going to slowly walk your hands all the way down the backs of your legs and then coming onto your back. I've come too far down my mat, so I'm going to shimmy myself forward, lengthening the legs away from you, hands down by your side. You're going to pull your right knee into your chest, and I just want you to relax through the back. So taking a few deep breaths here. So inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. You can close down the eyes if that feels good for you. And then slowly bringing that leg across your body. So bringing your leg over to the left. And I want you to bring your hand out to the right and look to your right hand. Feeling that beautiful twist through your spine and through your centre. And then slowly come back. Switching legs, so you're going to bring your left leg into the body, hugging that knee in. Again, you can close down the eyes if this feels good. And just focusing on that mind to body connection before we get started. Slowly bringing that left knee across to the right, extending that left arm out to the side, looking to your left, feeling that twist through the centre. And then coming back to centre. Hugging both knees in, just rocking from side to side. And then placing both feet down into the mat. Hands come down by your side. We're going to go into our shoulder bridge. So you're slowly going to rock the pelvis up, one vertebra at a time, pushing yourself up into your shoulder bridge. Hips come nice and high. And then slowly rolling yourself all the way back down. So melting down into your mat. And again, tucking the pelvis under, one vertebra at a time, coming off the mat. Getting into that rib to hip connection, so making sure that you're not flaring through the rib cage. Hands are down by your side. All the weight should be going through your heels. And then slowly rolling yourself all the way back down. Good work. Last time here, so rolling those hips up. Tucking the pelvis under. It's like your pelvis is like an ice cream scoop. You're scooping it under. Pushing yourself up. Making sure that you're not flaring through your rib cage. From here, you're going to bring your hands up overhead. You're going to take an inhale, lower the hips down. Exhale, you're going to push your hips up. Your hands are going to come back down by your side. So inhale, lower the hips, hands come behind your head. Exhale, push the hips up, hands come down by your side. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale to lift. Again, focusing on that mind to body connection here. Focusing on that coordination of the hands coming behind the head and lifting through the hips. This should feel really nice through the spine and through the shoulders, just waking the body up. Keep it going. Focusing on that breath. And as you exhale, I really want you to start to focus on drawing your belly button back towards your spine. Focusing on that core connection. Just 2 more like this. On this last one, I just want you to leave your hands overhead as you push your hips up. Hold it here, really squeeze the hips. And then slowly roll yourself all the way back down. Good work. I just want you to windscreen wiper your knees from side to side, releasing any tension in the lower back. And then bringing the knees back to center. From here, you're going to bring your hands behind your head and we're going to go into our abdominal curls. So you're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl your head, neck and shoulders off the mat. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down. So I really want you to focus on keeping those elbows nice and wide and pulling your chest to the ceiling instead of pulling on your neck. Again, rib to hip connection. Focus on drawing those ribs down towards your hips. Belly button is back towards the spine. Exhale up, inhale down. Just 5 more like this. For 4, 3, 2, last one, and release it down. From here, we're going to do the same thing again, but this time you're going to bring your right knee up into tabletop. So you're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl yourself up, bring your knee into your chest. And then lower down. We switch sides, so as we curl this time, the left leg comes up. And lower down. So you exhale to lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So keeping switching legs, alternating from your left to your right. We don't want to be pulling on the back of our neck. This is where we focus on drawing our chest to the ceiling instead of pulling on the neck. Keep it going. Just 4 more like this. For 3, 2. On this last one, I just want you to hold it here. Hold in that curl. You're going to extend your right leg away from you. From here, you're just going to switch legs and switch. So extending opposite leg out and switch. If this is too much on your neck, you can lower your head down, or option is to keep lifted. Keep focusing on your breath. I want you to imagine that I'm there with you and my fingers are pushing into your rib cage, and I want you to curl up into those ribs. So you switch and switch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug those knees in, rest your head. Good work. Rock from side to side, massaging out the tailbone. Then from here, you're going to imprint your lower back into the mat, bring your knees back into tabletop, hands come behind the head. Exhale, you're going to curl yourself up, and then we're going to go into our bicycle. So your left elbow is going to come to your right knee, your left leg extends, and then you switch, switch, and switch. You're just here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Try look to your back elbow for 3, 2, 1, and hug it in. Okay, last thing here. I want you to curl your head, neck and shoulders off the mat, hugging your knees in. You're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, you send the legs out. Inhale, curl back in. So exhale, come out. Inhale to come back in. Just 4 more here. For 3, try and keep that lower back into the mat. For 2, last 1, and lower the head down. Rock from side to side, and then come onto your right side. So you're going to come up onto your forearm, pushing out through the arm, out of your shoulder. Your knees are bent to a 90-degree angle. Your shins should be in line with the front of your mat. I want you to focus on keeping your ribcage nice and high throughout this whole section. You can either have your hand on your waist. If you want a challenge, you can have it behind your head, or if you need that extra stability, you can place that hand down. Flexing through the feet, I want you to just lift that top leg up, lower it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower down. Try and keep those hips nice and still. So I don't want you to rock back off the hip, and I don't want you to lift and kind of collapse into the hip as you lift. Keeping them stacked on top of each other. As I said, keeping that rib cage nice and high. Drawing your belly button back towards your spine. Lifting out through your shoulder. There is so much to think about for such a simple movement. Getting into the side of the glutes here. Keep focusing in on your breath. Just 3 more. For 2. On this last one, just hold it lifted. We're going to go into circles with the knee. So you're going to circle the knee round and round. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it there. We're going to reverse those circles round and round. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold the knee lifted. You're going to extend that leg away from you. You're going to point through your toe. Your hand is going to come overhead. Really lengthen through the fingertips and through the toes. Chest is open. From here, you're going to bend that knee in. You're going to push yourself up into your mermaid stretch. And then slowly come all the way back down. So stretching out through the full body here. And then you lift yourself up. Nice stretch through the side of the body. And then lower yourself down into that stretch. This should feel really nice to lengthen through the whole body first thing in the morning. Keeping those shoulders down into your back, opening up through your chest. Last one here. And lengthen. Just hold it here. Try and get a little bit longer for me if you can. And release it down. Good work. Okay, on to the other side. So I'm going to flip myself around. Coming into that starting position, so you're up on your forearm. Knees are bent to a 90-degree angle in line with the front of your mat. Feet are flexed, rib cage is nice and high. Hips are stacked on top of each other. You're going to exhale, lift the knee up. Inhale to lower down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Again, try not to rock open from those hips. Keeping everything nice and still. It's just that knee that's moving. Smiling through the burn. Waking up those tired muscles. Making sure you're not collapsing through your rib cage. We're not dumping into that shoulder. Everything is lifted. Just 4 more here. For 3, 2. On this last one, hold the knee lifted. We go into those circles. So you circle the knee round. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold. You know it, we reverse round and round. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold. Extend that leg out, point through the toe, hand comes up overhead. Open up through the chest. You're going to push yourself up into that mermaid stretch. And then lower yourself back down, lengthen through the body. Slowly coming up. Feeling a nice stretch through the side of the body and through the glutes. And then lower down. Finding that extra length and space through the body. And coming down. Last one, pushing yourself up, enjoying the stretch. And then lowering down, holding the stretch. Finding that extra length and space, making sure you're not collapsing through your rib cage. And release it out. Flipping onto all fours. Making sure that your knees are underneath your hips and that your hands are underneath your shoulders. You're going to extend that right arm out and the left leg out long. From here, you're just going to lift them both up, tap the mat, lift and tap it down. Keeping that rib cage nice and high, trying to keep a flat back, having a soft bend through your left elbow. Try not to collapse into your lower back. If you are, don't lift that leg as high. So we're getting into the whole of the back now. So we're getting into the shoulders, the back and the glutes. Just 3 more. For 2. On this last one, just hold it lifted. Just give me tiny pulses up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Drop that hand down. Keep the leg lifted. We're going to go into push-ups here. So keeping that leg where it is, you're just going to bend the elbows into the waist, lower yourself down, and then exhale, push yourself up. Inhale to come down. Exhale, push up. If this is too much, you can just lower the elbows down and lift. Lower down and lift. You can do it. Just 2 more. Last one. And release it down. Drop that knee, shake the hips from side to side. And then we go into the opposite side. So this time your right leg extends long. Left hand comes out. Making sure that your hip is dropped down towards the mat. Hips are parallel. Extending through the crown of your head. So try look towards the edge of your mat. You're going to exhale to lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift the arm, lift the leg. Inhale to lower down. Again, focusing on that rib to hip connection. Not flaring through the rib cage. Not dumping into that lower back. Focusing on your breath. Exhale to lift. Inhale, tap down. Just 4 more. For 3, 2. On this last one, hold it lifted. Just give me tiny pulses up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that hand down. Keep the leg where it is. Make sure that hip is not opening up. Go into those push-ups again. So you bend the elbows into the waist. Exhale, come up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Just 4 more. You can do it. For 3, 2, last one. And open those knees nice and wide. And push yourself back into a well-deserved child's pose. Well done, everyone. Sending those hips down into the mat. Walking your fingertips slightly further forward, feeling a nice stretch through the back. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. And then coming up into a seated position. Rolling your shoulders away from your ears. lengthening through the crown of your head, drawing that belly button back towards your spine, just getting into that correct posture before we finish. And as always, we will finish with one last deep breath. So dropping the hands down by your side, taking an inhale, lifting the hands up overhead, and then exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. And you're all done. Great work today, everyone. I really hope you feel a lot more energized than when we first started. If you did enjoy this, make sure that you subscribe so that we can work out together again. And hopefully I will see you on the mat again very soon.